We're here in Eduardo Lira's art gallery located in Wynwood, sitting next to the one and only Victor DaRocha. Okay, Victor, when did you first move to Miami?
When I was 5 years old, I came with my mama and my daddy because my dad works with airplanes. He works with, at the time, what was it? Vaidigi, which doesn't exist anymore. But yeah, he brought us all over down this way.
Nice, nice. And what age did you get into boxing?
Actually, just recently, because I used to be into soccer, actually. I was trying to be a soccer player.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then, you know, for different reasons, I've always just been more gifted for fight sports. So nice. I went in that direction. I grew up doing both, but I would always usually excel in the martial arts side of things. And the soccer, I mean, just, you know, culturally, it's like in our blood. We're gonna play soccer. Very few Brazilians are not gonna play soccer at some point in their life.
Oh, okay, cool. So that comes a little easy for you. It's like a knowing to you, martial arts and soccer and all these. You're very talented. Fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what are your future goals, and tell us why?
Okay. So, like 5 years, 10-year goal type of thing.
Yes.
I'm thinking about, you know, in the next 5 years, I'm planning with a lot of hard work to be world champion of my weight class, which is super middleweight class, 168 pounds. And as I make my name and get my brand out there, I really want to bring it back to Brazil, because Brazil right now we're known for soccer, obviously, and martial arts in general. Especially like MMA, we got a lot of MMA champions, but one thing we don't have is boxing. Like, boxing is non-existent. Literally, we have 2 world champions ever, and so, but the reason behind that is just because nobody has instilled it in our culture, you know. So I see a big opportunity to bring that back to my country, but first I got to make a name for myself, and you know, just open up social projects in Brazil, free boxing lessons, and make that a thing, you know, create it.
So you'll be the first one to do that.
Yeah, that's one of my big dreams, because there's a lot of kids in Brazil, a lot of poverty, and you know the deal, like, if you don't have anything to do, you end up slipping into crime or drugs, and that this would just be one more area for them to direct their energies. And I'm really confident that in Brazil, like in every corner, that you can find a Mike Tyson in Brazil. You know what I mean? People in Brazil like to fight. Like, as you can see, MMA is doing pretty well.
So what would you say is your biggest motivator?
Let's see. That's a good question. That's a good question, because I don't have like one thing that motivates me. Like, what I have found in my journey is that motivation is like always in transition. You know, it's moving. Like, what motivates me today might not necessarily be what motivates me tomorrow.
What is one thing or many things that inspire you?
Many things that inspire me. Okay. People, other athletes inspire me. Other athletes that are doing just like amazing things in their field. Like, and it could have nothing to do with boxing. For example, Cristiano Ronaldo, he is a beast. He's a phenomenon. You know what I mean? And he's just always on point. His body is super sharp. His mind is super sharp. When they think he's getting old, he's getting, you know, he's like reinventing himself. So that's one of the guys that really just, I focus on him a lot, because I try to emulate his work ethic.
Would you ever see yourself training kids in the future?
Yeah, I like training kids. It's really rewarding.
Do you think your kid will become a boxer?
No, I gotta get a girlfriend first. That would be the first step. But like, I like to train kids, because when I was younger and I remember all my coaches, and they've all impacted me. So when I'm training, sometimes I do a little boxing training with kids, and while I'm training the kid, I'm always thinking in my head, like, this kid is for sure gonna remember me, you know, like what I'm teaching him here, I'm having some sort of impact. So that's motivating, that's inspiring.
What scares you?
Not being prepared. That's scary. That makes me nervous, that you know, makes me scared, because I know what I'm getting into. I know what I'm doing, you know, I know what I'm involved in, and it's potentially dangerous. It is dangerous. And but it's also fun. Like, I mean, it's not for everybody, you know, and some people might think I'm crazy, but it's fun for me. That's why I do it. But it can be scary when you're fighting somebody who you know is good, and you're not, and like, let's say if I'm half-assing my training, and the day is getting closer, then that's nerve-wracking.
Did you put that shirt on today?
So, well, you know, we live in Miami, and I believe in representing where you're from. I believe in supporting the community, and just bro, the heat. just talk about at 33 Alonzo Mourning, that's a legend. So
right,
that's one of the things that motivates me, you know. Just thinking about the greats.
It is a great team. Thank you guys for joining in to this interview with Victor. Victor, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And if you can give a little bit more information about your fight and where that's going to be.
We have we're closing a deal on March 1st for the Hard Rock Casino, and but you can follow me on @VicMIA89 on Instagram, and then you're gonna have more details about that fight.